What's up guys, Holden here, HBOM Fitness. Today I'm going to show you two exercises that will help you with your shoulder mobility. So first is the levator scapula exercise I'm going to show you, okay? And then your trapezius exercise. So, the levator scapula, what it does is it elevates your scapula, okay? So when that thing is really tight and overactive, which it usually is in people, it kind of brings your shoulders up. Not that much, but it attaches, from your skull up, to your scapula. And when it's tight, it brings your shoulders up. So when your shoulders are kind of up, it doesn't allow us to get into that kind of down and relaxed position. If you've ever heard that, the cue for good posture is kind of your shoulders back, kind of down. So when it's tight, it's going to be up, and we're going to have a hard time getting into that good posture. So we're going to go after that. And then secondly, our trapezius. Okay, trapezius has a lot of duties for your shoulder and so forth. One of them is, kind of this, shrug your shoulders. So when this thing's tight, again, it's not like you're going to be like this, but it's going to be a harder time to get your shoulders down. So if we go after those two things, we can get into a better, nice, neutral position in our back and shoulders. So you're going to take a lacrosse ball, okay? And your levator scapula is right above the superior border of your scapula. So if you kind of feel this part right here, this bony part, think right above it, kind of this meaty section. For me, a good cue is like if you've ever gone on a massage and they've gone your upper back, usually these places are like where it's super intense and you have a pressure point. So that's like a good cue to think of. It's usually the tightest parts of your upper back and shoulders. So if you're having a hard time finding it, that's usually where it is. So you're going to stick that thing right above it. Okay, so you got the bone right above it. And all you're going to do is just jam that thing into a wall. Okay, and this thing's pretty tight, so you have to spend some time here, but it'll be worth it. Cool little trick I found out is like if you stand in a doorway, like one right here, what you can do is you can put one leg up and press against it, so you can get even more pressure into it. But just your body weight yourself and using your legs to kind of drive you into the wall is good enough. But if you're kind of intense and want more, you can just get in a doorway and just press your foot into the other one. Okay? So don't try and roll around on this. Just try and find a spot and hold it. Okay? So it's right above your scapula. Try and move as medially as you can before you kind of hit your spine. That's kind of where the insertion is. But once again, when we think of muscles and stuff, we gotta think of fascia too. So yeah, each muscle has an insertion point, but when it kind of inserts, it kind of spreads out too with its fascia and all that stuff. So you want to really kind of camp out here. This is a very good exercise. And then the other one we're gonna do, move the camera over here. Okay. Is you're gonna take the same ball, okay? Put the ball right on top of your trapezius, okay? This meaty part of your shoulder, right here. You're just gonna jam this thing into the doorway, okay? So hopefully you guys can see that. Okay, take the ball right here, okay? And you're just gonna walk yourself into the doorway. So once again, we're using our body weight and our leg muscles to just drive ourselves into the wall. And this one's great. This is one of my favorite mobility exercises. It's just like when you do it, you can tell your trapezius is always really tight and overactive. But it's another exercise you can really just hang out here. And you can definitely tell you're doing work. And nice thing about this is you can mess around with it too. You can move your head side to side, You can roll around a bit. You know, you can get this opposite arm to do some types of motions, to think about, like, you know, you're doing an overhead squat, just getting that, you know, range of motion. Nice thing about this too, more pressure, you can just drive your whole body more into it. And yeah, so those are the two exercises. It's hard to like see, you know, direct change right after like some of the other exercises, but you know, you can definitely kind of work on this overhead position, and then after you kind of just feel like you're more neutral, all this stuff. Okay, so there you go, guys. Those are the two exercises. And there you go.